Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of Maybelline things. They have been releasing tons of stuff lately. There's so many good things at the drugstore. I want to do a bunch of reviews for you guys. So in this video I'm just going to combine a bunch of things all at once and I'm going to show you guys what I got. So the first thing I want to review today is the Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. It looks like this and it comes in very nice packaging. With the foundation they also released a Dream Blender Foundation Blending Sponge that looks like this. I also picked up a new Master Fix Wear Boosting Setting Spray. Looks like this. And then I'm also going to be reviewing their new Vivid Matte Liquid Lipsticks. They look like this. I only picked up 2 colors so I can just test them out and see how I like them. And then I also picked up their new Lash Sensational. It comes in a black tube instead of their original Lash Sensational. Came in a rose tube. I think I'm going to do this in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to compare it to the original to see what the difference is, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the foundation, and like I said, this is their Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. Got mine in the color Sandy Beige. And on the back it says, our first gel whipped foundation. Fresh, new, and flawless, Dream Velvet whips a fresh gel into a velvet soft texture. Complexion is perfected and smooth with a soft matte finish, just like velvet. Skin feels fresh with lasting hydration. The foundation runs for $8.99 and the little blender goes for $4.99. So it's not a bad deal. This is a great price for drugstore foundation. So to start off with the pros, I love the packaging. It's very simple, very sleek. You do get 1 fluid ounce in this packaging. Very slim. You can throw it in your bag. This is very mess free. You can just turn the cap and then you can squeeze out the amount that you want. The texture, definitely whipped creamy. I'm going to show you guys. It's very thick and it gives you instant coverage, as you can see there. The color is not the best for me. Color range was not great either. There weren't many colors on the display, but maybe later on they will release more colors. I knew that I was Sandy Beige because I remember trying out their one of their old foundations. I was Sandy Beige. So another thing I love about it is that it's very easy to apply. It blends like a dream. I didn't have a hard time during application. I'm definitely going to insert a demo. I love that when I apply it, it doesn't look dry. It doesn't look cakey. It's just a very, very nice finish, especially if you have oily skin. This is going to be amazing for you. I have oily skin, so I'm really loving the foundation. Also, there is no SPF in this foundation, so it's going to look great in pictures. I didn't have any problems when I took flash photography. So I've tested out this foundation to go to work and I was very impressed with the longevity. It lasted really well. I did get oily throughout the day. After maybe, I want to say within 6 hours of wear, I definitely got oily, but it wasn't terribly oily. It was something that I could touch up and just continue on with my day. So I was very impressed with the longevity of the foundation. It held up pretty well. And with that said, I'm going to move on with the cons now. Okay, so the first con that I have about this foundation is that it does not look good when you apply it with a brush. First time I used this foundation, I actually applied it with my Sigma F80 brush. And I noticed that it gave me a lot of coverage, and it went on fine. But then I noticed that throughout the day, it was emphasizing all my pores on my cheeks. And I don't really have pores down here, but it emphasized everything. It made me look really cakey and dry. And it made my skin look really like old, and it just did not look good. So definitely do not use a brush when you apply this. If you do, maybe wetting it with like Fix Plus and stuff like that will probably shear it out a little more, but going full in with a brush, no way. It looked horrible. Another con that I have is the blender that says that you're supposed to use it with this foundation. The blender is really cute. I mean, I really like the size of it. I really like that it has this little handle thing. It's very easy to control, but this is very hard, and I did wet it and I did use it dry, but this just doesn't do it for me. When I apply the foundation with this, I feel like I have to rub it on my face instead of patting it in, because patting it in, it takes forever. It just took a really long time to apply my foundation with this. So definitely skip out on this if you see it. It's only $4.99, but I don't think it's worth it. I think applying it with a beauty blender is the best. Applying it with a beauty blender, it looks flawless. I really love the coverage of it. I actually used this for the demo and how I'm wearing it today, but I just don't like the way this applies. Like it's like the struggle of applying it. It does look good. The finished result is good. It looks really flawless and everything, but I just don't think it's worth using the little blender that they say to use. Another con I have about it is that it does kind of just kind of sits on top of the skin very weirdly, like around my chin and around my mouth, around my nose. I mean, it's nothing major. You can only see it really close up, but I noticed that it's only like around these areas. The rest of my face, it looks very nice. There's no patchiness, doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't even cling on to my dry patches, which is amazing. I love that about this foundation. I do have dry patches now that it's winter, but since this is a hydrating foundation, I think the hydrating factor in this foundation is working very well. And I think that's it for the foundation. I mean, I really do like this foundation. I think it's great for oily skin. Definitely give it a try if you have oily skin. I think you will really like this foundation. I also forgot to mention that I don't need to set my entire face when I use this foundation. I only set my T-zone just because that's where I tend to get oily first. So I'm definitely loving this foundation. I definitely recommend it. Try it out. I'm loving it. So moving on to the spray, this is the Master Fix Wear Boosting Setting Spray. It says it's locks in the makeup, long-lasting finish. It's oil-free and translucent. On the back it says lightweight translucent mist, extends wear and keeps just applied makeup fresh, helps prevent makeup melting and color fading. I don't have anything bad to say about this. This is very similar to the L'Oreal one that was released not too long ago. The packaging is great, and the mist on this is very nice. I'm going to see if I can show you guys. And as you can see, I'm going to insert a demo as well. Overall, I think it works pretty well. I've only used it with the Dream Velvet foundation so far. I haven't tested it out with any other foundations that I normally wear, but I think it did a pretty good job at holding up my makeup. The only thing it doesn't do is control oil, which it doesn't claim to do that, but I wish that it did, because that's something that I look for in setting sprays. And then my biggest con about it is the smell. It just has a really strange, like alcohol, like plasticky smell. I don't really know how to explain it. I just really don't like the smell of this. Very hard for me to adjust to, but if the smell doesn't bother you, I think this is a great setting spray from the drugstore. I think this one goes for $12.99, so definitely wait for a coupon to pick this up. The setting sprays do go a little higher in price at the drugstore. So next I want to show you guys the new Vivid Matte liquid lipsticks, and I only got them in 2 colors. One of them is called Nude Flush, and that's this one, and the other one is Berry Boost, which is a very nice like purpley fuchsia color. I don't know why camera kind of makes it look red, but these go for around $8.99, which is a little high for lipsticks, but these are actually very nice. I actually do enjoy them. The pigment is great. I'm going to show you guys a clip of me applying them. You get instant pigment when you apply it on your lip. I really love the applicator as well. It has like a very pointy applicator that makes it perfect to kind of like line your lips as you're applying the product. So I love the packaging on this. They did a very good job. The lasting power on these is actually very good as well. I've worn them to work and they do last quite a bit. Of course, if you eat and stuff, they're definitely gonna rub off. These are not like a super matte formula that like adheres to your lips. These actually do not dry completely matte. They're kind of similar to the Revlon ones that I reviewed before, except I feel like these are a lot better. They're more pigmented and they last a lot longer as well. I've noticed that the darker color seems to be a little more matte than the nude color that I have. I'm not sure what the reason is behind that, but I noticed this is a lot glossier and neither of them dry down to a complete matte, but this one does have kind of like a velvety matte feel when you apply it. So that's kind of a con, that they don't completely dry to a matte finish. I'm not sure why the drugstore is coming out with all these matte liquid lipsticks, but they're not really matte. mean, I'm not really sure what the story is behind that, but if you think that these are going to dry completely matte, they're not. They're kind of like a velvety matte feeling, and they're going to feel very comfortable on the lips, which is nice, and they're kind of just like a soft, lip gloss, but with a lot of pigment. So these are very nice. Another con that I have for them is the smell. They kind of have a strong fragrance, very similar to their lip glosses that were released, I think, last year. It's like the Vivid, whatever they're called. They're very small, similar packaging, but they're a lot smaller. Those have a very strong perfumey scent. These have the same scent. For those that don't like fragrance in their lipsticks, this might not be for you. But overall, I think the quality is there. I definitely do recommend these. So that is it for my Maybelline review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my Lash Sensational Mascara review. I'm going to be comparing this to the original in the rose packaging. So stay tuned for that. Like this video if you want to see more. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.